Thank you. Glory to Ukraine and glory to the Ukrainian heroes. Creativity of the highest level. Probably the Russian special agents came up with this brilliant idea after drinking a bottle of vodka or several bottles. Top level creativity. Hello everyone, greetings from the capital of freedom. In this video I will show you how we ordinary Ukrainians live in our city, in Kyiv, in the very center of Europe right now during the wartime. I will show you how we live, how we feel, what we think about our evil neighbors. So let's get started. What's in use in Kyiv? You can't plan anything with these evil creatures, Russians. I was planning to go to the hospital. Now everything will be closed because of the air raid. What about long-term goals and long-term planning? Just forget about it. Shit. Look here, all buses have been parked and their drivers are waiting till the end of the air raid. And poor Ukrainians can't get to work because during the air raid the public transport doesn't work. Let's walk on foot. Thank you, Russians. We will be fit and healthy. All drivers are nervous. By the way, I have noticed, especially after Russian attacks, after sleepless nights, Ukrainian drivers are so nervous. It's better not to drive on Kievan roads. Ukrainian school children can't go to school because of the air raid. You know, Russians are very active in carrying out different psychological operations in Ukraine. In Ukrainian, we call them IPSO, Informaційно-психологічна операція. So last week, the evil Russians made several uploads on the Ukrainian internet. They were trying to convince Ukrainians that the Ukrainian men don't want to go to the front line at all. They don't want to participate in this war, don't want to defend their motherland. And they even made a video trying to convince us that some Ukrainian men are buying, attention, Achtung, Achtung, they are buying rubber masks of old people so that they won't be stopped on the streets. Can you imagine? Sometimes I think that Russian special agents are creating these brilliant ideas after drinking a bottle of Russian vodka. Okay, the next one. Several days ago, all Ukrainians started receiving the following messages. Let me cite it. It was written, "Dear Ukrainians, be careful. In the territory of Kyiv region, Russian subversive reconnaissance groups are operating. They are operating under guise of Ukrainian volunteers. They are distributing food, and all the food is poisonous. So that Russians want to bring fear and helplessness to the Ukrainians, but they will never succeed. Never." Kyiv lives or pretends to live a normal life, and Kyiv is quite happy without Russians. Absolutely happy, I would say. Ukrainian children are waiting till the end of this air raid. Look what Russians have done to our children. Instead of studying, our children are sitting here in the metro. My son is also in a bomb shelter. Poor Ukrainian children. How do you think? What do they feel towards Russians? Towards all Russians right now? And some of them have lost their parents already.
Наступна станція Липецька. Кінцева. У зв'язку з відновлювальними роботами поїзд прямує до станції Київ.
All these people are waiting till the end of the air raid. They can't get to work. I am not an exception. Today I decided to show you the most scandalous monument in Kyiv. Some people even argue whether it can be called a monument. And I will tell you the story behind this monument. A short video from the phone of some Russian soldiers got to the network, and all Ukrainians were shocked by that video. In that video, a Ukrainian soldier is standing in a trench. Apparently he's surrounded by Russians. He's absolutely unarmed. He says, "Glory to Ukraine, Slava Ukraine," and they shoot him down. Unarmed, absolutely unarmed, just because he said "Glory to Ukraine." I can't show you this video because again YouTube will ban me, maybe just several seconds. It's a very sensitive and subtle topic, but today I decided to show you the monument to that soldier, and I will tell you the story behind that monument. But you know what strikes in that video?
Немає уже.
Слава Україні!
Да ты
But you know what strikes all people who are watching that video? I think it's the dignity with which this Ukrainian soldier is looking at the eyes of his death. I can't describe you this weird, scary feeling when you are standing here next to this monument, because it feels like you are standing next to a coffin with a dead person. You know, this monument, the authors of this monument are criticized for the excessive realism of it, but I think it should be criticized rather because of the place where it was erected, because it was erected next to the military hospital. So in my opinion, all Ukrainian soldiers are re-traumatized when they are passing by this monument. And it is so scary to understand that this Ukrainian hero is depicted just 1 second before he was shot dead by the Russian occupiers, just because he said glory to Ukraine. Oh, look here, people are leaving here even cigarettes, because in his last seconds of life he took the last smoke. He looked with disdain at Russians and he said glory to Ukraine. I think there have been a lot of such Ukrainian heroes and Russian executions, but this very case had such a response that people decided to identify this Ukrainian hero, and his name is Alexander Matsievsky. And you know, during the unveiling of this monument, his mother was standing next to this monument and she kept on repeating, "Please, Sasha, go home, Sasha. People, look at him, he's alive. Sasha, come home, you're alive." All these people were killed by Russians. We are trying to learn to live differently, to adapt to the new life during the war. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work so well. You know, now we are scared of any loud noises. Oh my God. Even here in the forest, air raids are everywhere. Russians can spoil anything. My poor children.
Только не толкай маму.
Хорошо. Не, стой, не так, ты сейчас дерешь. О, нормально. Просто ногами.
Thank you for watching. Pray for Ukraine and goodbye.